So this is a guest review for the channel, I guess, because I don't know, John asked me, so okay. So this is a review of the Marvel Legends Fantastic Four box set, I guess, and well, let's just start with it. We can go over the box at the end if I remember to do it. Wrong way. Oh, everything fall out. No. Just put the thing in the ground. Press it. You can have it. So, we can start with...
Let's take a look at the box first.
You serious? Okay. So, there's the posters. There are posters that came with the box set. I take them out afterwards because who were they made by? They were artwork from...
Well, it looks like there's artwork from many different artists.
Alright.
But the one we're interested in is the poster by Mike Wieringo, who was the artist of Fantastic Four around the time when these were made. So the sculpt on these figures are based on Mike Wieringo's artwork, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and there's like one poster here that's made by him.
Yeah.
And there's some character stats, I guess. I don't think they're not accurate, I think. No, they're just put there for fun, I guess. I don't know.
It says that Sue Storm is 1 dot smarter than the Thing and Johnny Storm.
Yeah, that is pretty much...
We disagree.
We disagree, yeah.
She's probably smarter than Mr. Fantastic on some points.
What?
Alright.
So, let's just start with Reed Richards, I guess, if you can see. Can you see here?
Yeah.
So his head is kind of wobbly, so they're just not my figures, they're John's. So he has a coat. That is pretty cool because no other Marvel Legend, I think, did not come with a coat.
The Beast.
Yeah, it'll be a small figure then.
Gambit. Hulk in trench coat.
He did not have a trench coat. He had a torn up shirt. This is pretty much just we arguing. Okay, yeah. But came with K, and the good thing with the older Marvel is they had toe articulation, so they can go up and down. That's pretty cool, actually. But this is probably the second Fantastic Four figures you should get. Probably the 2-packs from 2008, I think, are a little bit better, if you ask me. Also, it's kind of sloppy paint on the side here, because if you know that Mr. Fantastic only had paint, like had gray hair on, like here, but apparently he has paint all over his head. So I don't know. But the hair is pretty good sculpted though, and the head is good sculpted, I think. And yeah, pretty much every figure has the same articulation, kind of. Like you have the ab crunch and like finger articulation. They're pretty much all of them have the same. So we just move on, I think. So we get the Invisible Woman as this next. There's a slimmer figure, of course, because she's a woman. The bad thing with these figures, I kind of think, are you always know that the Fantastic Four always had white and blue, but here it's kind of look like they have like a shade of blue in the white. I'm not sure about that, but
yeah, it looks like they have shaded the white a bit to make it, I don't know, a bit more lively, to make it pop. I don't know. I agree. I think it should have been clear white.
As you see, also the head sculpt are really cartoony, if you get that.
Let's take a close-up.
The hair is pretty cartoony, and like the head, the eyes.
She has this kind of derpy face.
Yeah.
She does.
She has really big hands. I don't know. That is like the early Marvel Legends were not that great with the woman character figures. I don't know why, but
It's difficult.
but this is probably the best Invisible Woman figure because the later ones had really bad head sculpt, if you ask me. So we can move on.
I have a question.
What?
They made a different kind of set around the same time as this.
Oh yeah, because that set is, if you ask me, is actually better. Because the figures really look like, if you can see this artwork here, they pretty much look like that.
Yeah, that looks like maybe, I don't know, one of the... I can't tell.
Yeah.
John Byrne, maybe? I don't know.
And they had like black and like have one of the side of the, I guess, chest had like black. So if we can probably just move on to Human Torch figure. This is actually kind of a variant of the first Human Torch from series 2, but he has a different head. And the head is not that bad. The bad thing with the first Human Torch figure that he was not clear. He had not. I think the Human Torch figures should have clear plastic instead of just red, because it looks a little bit more lively. But the thing that is good with these figures, they have like fire on this like stuff.
I like that he has sort of fire in his eyes.
Yeah, just like the Ghost Rider figure. But the variant set that did not come with Doctor Doom pretty much had the same figure, just with clear plastic. If you ask me, get that one. So, I guess the detail is pretty good on this guy. He's not a bad one. He looks better than the like carded figure that just looks kind of goofy. This figure looks the least cartoony of the Fantastic Four, if you ask me. So we can move on to Thing, and Thing is a big figure. Maybe the best Thing figure. No, not the best figure. The best Toy Biz Thing figure. He has pretty nice figure actually. He looks really rocky, like with Thing. He hasn't been out in a long time, so he's
kind of stiff joints, yeah.
To stiff them out. So
yeah, he's massive.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
A large chunk of plastic.
And he has a really good grip. If you like have with like a battle scene with Doctor Doom or something, you can hold like a light post or something, like throw it or something. I've seen concept art like that. But he has good articulation, not a lot, because he has individual finger articulation that's really nice. But the bad thing with individual finger articulation is that they get really fast torn. They fall off really easily if you use them a lot.
Yeah, like what happened with my Colossus.
Yeah.
His thumb fell off. Yeah, more articulation means more stuff that can break.
And this is the only version that like has details. It looks really battle damaged.
I really like the paint shade on this guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I tried to say. It's really nice.
It's like lightly brushed with black.
You don't see that often with the Marvel Legends now, actually. He has this shoulder joint back here.
Yeah, that's going to break soon.
Yeah, that is the bad thing. They had shoulder joints, and that is a really bad thing because they get broken really fast. It looks really bad if you look behind.
It looked kind of weird, yeah.
The head sculpt was pretty nice, actually. It was nice and angry. This ginormous eyebrows. He has the basic Marvel Legend articulation. I don't think I should go over it because you probably know the basic articulation for a Marvel Legend. Should we move on?
Let's take a look at Doctor Doom.
Well, if you ask me, this is probably my least favorite in the set. It's not that bad. It's kind of how Doctor Doom looked like in the start. Like in the back 60s and stuff. So just take the cape off for a second, because it's kind of in the way. If I can. There we go. Oh no. Oh no.
Spoilers!
Spoilers! But if you ask me, the newer one is a lot better. Of course, it's Doctor Doom, so the articulation is really limited.
Yeah, why is that?
Because he's made a metal guy. He has
I see he has no chest articulation like all the others.
No, because he wasn't really a possible character. Because you didn't see him do backflips or something like that. And of course, John has lost his Luger pistol. I guess why not?
I see here it says that Doctor Doom has 24 points of articulation. The Thing has 30 points of articulation. Human Torch has 34 points of articulation. Mr. Fantastic has 38 and Invisible Woman has 40. So Invisible Woman has the most articulation. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. So it's not terrible. He was pretty much all these figures were released individually, except for like Invisible Woman. They had not made her yet. But he looks really old. He has like battle damage. That's really nice. He has like some details and stuff. He even have a detail with like a, what do you call that? Small rope around to hold up the cape.
Yeah, it's a string that ties around his tunic.
Really cool. He has a pointing finger. It's like he can point at this Doom boss, like, "Oh, go destroy the Fantastic Four" or something like that.
Didn't they release a Doombot as a variant?
Yeah, he was a variant. If you ask me, get the Doombot because they're much cooler.
Oh, I see something cool.
Yeah, is the Jetpacks? I guess?
Yeah, that's Jetpacks.
Did Doctor Doom have Jetpacks?
Of course, he has everything.
Yeah,
and that's what I like about Doctor Doom. He has this medieval thing going on, but he's like super tech. So if he wanted, he could build like an Iron Man suit for himself. But he has chosen to go for this vintage, like medieval style armor.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's talk about the cape for a second. The cape is pretty much as all the old Marvel Legends. They're really rubbery. And for some reason it's black. It kind of looks like the Moon Knight cape, but it's not. But he has really nice details. I don't think you can see it, but he has some green shade of it. Green shade.
It's supposed to be green, isn't it? Dark green.
Yeah. They're rubber, so. But let's talk about the mask now. If John wants me to.
Go ahead.
The mask has really many details. That's probably the best thing about the figure. Because his eyes, I kind of think that's a gripe, but it's really nice detailed. It kind of looks like the Terminator, kind of. But really nice detail on that, if you ask me.
I agree.
The bad thing is, he's not hollow, so you can't like. If you take off the mask, it looks like he has two sets of eyes.
Yeah, I understand. You can't see his eyes, his real eyes, through the mask. Let's take a look at his face.
Yeah, that's probably the main gripe with this guy. He looks like what Doctor Doom looked like in the comic books without this mask. But the thing is, he's really tiny head. That is really dumb looking, actually.
Yeah, he has this. He's really scarred, and that's okay, I guess.
It's nice sculpted though. Really nice sculpted.
I mean, that's how he's supposed to look like, but I agree. His head is tiny.
Mm.
And kind of looks like a bit like a pizza.
Yeah, but this the individual released figure, it did not look like the head sculpt was not like this. He has a much different head sculpt and looked really, really bad, if you ask me. So if you want an old style Doctor Doom, go for this set version of him. So I guess go for the newer one, but this figure's not that bad.
I think these figures are not apart from maybe the Thing. These are not my favorite favorite Fantastic Four. I think the Thing is almost perfect. The others are decent, but that said, this set is a great value. You get a lot of cool stuff for the money, and these are found cheap these days.
Yeah, they're the variants set. I think are much more expensive.
Yeah, the ones with the clear Sue Storm and the ones with the translucent Johnny Storm.
Yeah, but those are much better. But these figures are actually pretty decent.
Let's take a look at the extras.
The extra stuff. Okay, now we have to edit because I have to get the stuff out. Sorry. So we have put them there. We took a look at the extras now. So now I can finally show you what the year was, because back here it says 2004. Made in China, of course.
That's what I always say, 2004.
Yeah, that's annoying. But let's take a look at the bases. This is the Fantastic Four base. It's really nice. It has some glitter in the plastic, and it's much nicer than the X-Men bases. They're a lot better than the bases they use now, or used in the Epic Heroes line. Those are terrible, but they're pretty nice. They're nice display pieces. But the one I really love is the Doctor Doom base, because this isn't just an awesome base. Because it's a really nice...
it looks like stone, rock.
Yeah, because he lives in a castle.
Yeah.
Kind of, maybe it's in the right... Yeah, I don't know. But he has some gold, it's really nice.
Yeah, those are really great. I like those bases. And let's take a look at the extras. Come on.
Okay, we got, I guess, Mr. Fantastic, yes, put himself into a ball, I think. I thought it was a balloon. It's hollow. But I don't know if you can display this guy or not. He has a Fantastic Four logo behind him. He's pretty much just a ball. There's nothing to say, actually. We got...
In the new Lego game, he transforms into a teapot.
That's pretty funny, actually. And then we got Herbie. I do not remember this guy from the comic books. Maybe around in the 90s he was around, I don't know. But I guess he's a robot. And
comedic relief.
yeah.
He's there for laughs.
If you are a Herbie expert, tell us in the comments below if you want to. I have no idea, but it's cool. It's pretty cool. It's a solid piece of plastic. It's a nice display piece. And at the end we got Franklin Richards, or aka the guy that became the new Galactus for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah, just in Earth X.
Yeah.
I don't know in the regular Marvel universe, but he has like extreme powers because of his parents. So he's like a reality-changing powers. And I like that he has, if you hold him still a bit, he has like 4.5, he's 4.5. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, because he's...
How's his articulation?
He's basic, like, he's kind of like a Kenner figure, because he has basic hand, feet articulation goes from, back, can go back and forward. He does not have nav crunch, can...
It's decent actually.
Yeah. What you don't need a lot of articulation for like a kid character, I guess. He was like kind of a damsel in distress in the comic books. He was like getting captured and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's pretty expensive like, on eBay, so I'm glad we have this figure here.
Wait a minute. That figure alone is expensive, but the entire set can be had for like $40.
I have no idea, but it's a nice display piece if you like made like the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
With each other.
If you're really into Fantastic Four, this is a cool set because all the extra pieces and the displays and I mean the bases. So yeah.
At last, we can go over. I guess the poster book is pretty nice. It has some posters in them. We have some ads for a Spider-Man figure. Actually, a nice Spider-Man figure. But we're not talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about Fantastic Four now. It's really hard to hold them up now.
Just lower them a bit. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and these are by Mike Wieringo, who was the artist at that time. As are those.
Pretty nice.
Yeah,
actually,
those are great
you can
pieces.
put them up on your wall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much just posters of really nice artwork actually. But that's basically it. But here's the classic poster. Just for fun, we can talk about the other sets that you can get.
Let's stop now.
No.